Yo, what's happening, people? Back again for another stream. Don't forget to smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel at Gav Goes In. So, Man United versus Liverpool, tomorrow's game. Must-win game for both teams. More so for Liverpool, obviously for the title race. After having seen Man City beat Crystal Palace earlier today, 4-2. Some good goals in there, especially from Kevin De Bruyne. So, Liverpool are going to have to respond back, and in no better fashion against their rivals, Man United. Obviously, Man United need to win the game for different reasons. Managers under pressure after the 4-3 loss later on against Chelsea, and after the dismal performance against Brentford, which makes this a must-win game for Man United as well. How do I see the game going? Personally, I've heard there's reports of Rafael Varane and Casemiro being doubtful for the game. If that's the case, then for me, that's a definite loss and a definite struggle as well throughout the game, in my opinion. Yeah, I think Man United go from bad to worse, I think, in regards to results and performances from now on. I think there's certain players in the team that have checked out. And I believe this will be the game that most probably will seal Ten Hag's fate, in my opinion. I think Ineos have made their decision already, and I think anything less than a win. I personally don't. I mean, a draw would be a decent result, to be fair, considering some of the injuries and the way the team's been playing. But I think for me, for me against Liverpool, United need to be coming into the game with nothing less than a win. So for me, I don't think it'll be enough to get a draw at the end of the day. I think they're in that bad form, United, and been playing that poor all season. I think nothing but a win would be good enough, and especially against the rivals, The team, I think he's going to go with Onana in goal. Wan-Bissaka, I believe, will be at left back to deal with Mo Salah, obviously cutting in from the right on his left foot. And then Dalot will go right back. Centre backs, I can see. So if Varane doesn't play, it'll be a pairing of Harry Maguire, and depending on how Johnny Evans is, I'm looking at Willie Campbell. I think he'll be making his second start. I think his first start came against West Ham. So I believe he's making his second start of the season. As I don't believe Evans is... I'm not sure how Evans is. If Evans is fit, he'll play with Maguire. But obviously, Lindelof's out and Varane potentially might be out as well. And then we go into the midfield. I see a midfield pairing of Casemiro and Kobbie Mainoo. For me, I would actually rest Kobbie Mainoo. I think Kobbie Mainoo's been playing so many games, but due to his importance, I believe he is going to play. But I think he needs to be rested, if I'm honest. Someone of his age shouldn't be playing regularly and being the linchpin of the team in the midfield. But I believe he's going to play Casemiro, Mainoo, and Bruno Fernandes in midfield. And then I believe the front three will be... Now, this will be interesting because Rashford didn't start the last game. Now, if Rashford doesn't start again, there's going to be a massive talking point. And because Rashford's the highest earner and obviously hasn't been performing, the manager's going to be under pressure to start him. For me, Anthony would start on the right-hand side. Anthony played well. We know that Ahmad's not going to play, so there's no point even mentioning Ahmad. I mean, I'll be starting Ahmad if I'm honest, but Ahmad didn't even get off the bench against Chelsea, so there's no way he's starting this game. So I believe he'll play Ahmad on the right. I mean, Anthony should start on the right, but I believe he's going to play Garnacho from the right, Rashford from the left, and Højlund up top. I believe that's the front three he's going to go with. And for me, that would be criminal against Anthony, who was arguably United's best player on the pitch against Chelsea. So, but I can see him going with that front three, or he could do the unthinkable, and he could play Mason Mount in the midfield and play Bruno from the right, or play Mason Mount from the right, and then play Garnacho from the left and Rashford up top for the counter attack for the pace, and then have Højlund on the bench, who was poor against Chelsea and even worse against Brentford, and then Anthony on the bench. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he does. But I believe Rashford starts. Obviously, because it's a local rivalry game, you know. So I can see Rashford starting, but it'd be interesting to see who he starts ahead of. So it'd be interesting, yeah. And for Liverpool, I can see Liverpool going for their strongest lineup available. So I think obviously Alisson's still injured, so Kelleher will remain in goal. I think Trent is back next week, but I expect to see do you know what? I think Conor Bradley might start, but it wouldn't surprise me if he plays Joe Gomez at right back, and then Robertson at left back, Konate and Van Dijk at the heart of it, at the back, and then a midfield three of Endo, Alexis McAllister, and Dominic Szoboszlai in the midfield. And then on the right, Mo Salah. On the left, Luis Diaz. And then through the middle, Darwin Núñez will play. I believe that will be the strongest team available that Klopp will play. And if I'm honest, I expect Liverpool obviously going for the title. I think Liverpool will win the game 3-0. I think 3-0. I think Liverpool might win. I reckon 3-0. If I'm honest, I think Liverpool will have a point to prove as well after getting beaten in the FA Cup. They'll be fired up for it as well. And obviously Arsenal play today at 5:30 against Brighton, and then depending on that result, it's gonna make Liverpool have to go out and win that game. You know. So yeah, that's my predictions for that. I'm going to do a combined 11, Man United and Liverpool combined 11 with the players that are available. It's going to be all Liverpool, majority all Liverpool players, if I'm honest. In goal, I would say, I think Kelleher has actually been quite good. Onana, as of late, picked up and has been very good. I'll probably go for Onana in goal. Obviously, if Alisson's fit, Alisson's in goal. But I think Onana is starting to show his worth finally. I've been hearing that the first goal that Chelsea scored from Conor Gallagher, he should have done better. In my opinion, I think it was quite harsh. I think because how close the shot was in the box, I think if he would have gone for his feet, if he would have gone with his feet, he probably would have saved it. Very reminiscent of what De Gea does going for his feet when he saves. But I think just because of the power on the shot and how close Gallagher was to goal, it's quite harsh to say that he should have saved it. The other three, obviously the penalties are a lottery, and then the deflection from Cole Palmer's shot, which deflected off of McTominay, it's quite hard to kind of save that, so no chance there. But yeah, I'll go for Onana in goal. Right back for me, I'll go with what I'll do actually from available players, I'll go Conor Bradley at right back, and then I'll put Dalot left back because Robertson hasn't been playing. Obviously, Man United have had no left back really for the majority of the season. But I suppose you could say Wan-Bissaka. But I think Conor Bradley's a good player, and obviously Trent's out as well. But I think Conor Bradley's good. There's an argument for Joe Gomez as well, who's been playing fullback. But for me, I'd probably go Conor Bradley right back and Dalot left back. Centre backs, for me, it's Van Dijk's in there, and it's whoever partners Van Dijk. For me, Varane. I think Varane's every bit as good as Van Dijk. But obviously Varane's injury issues have been a bit of a concern. So if Varane doesn't play this game, combined for me would be Konate and Van Dijk. So Liverpool's centre backs, and then going into midfield, for me Casemiro. I think Endo's been good, but obviously Casemiro's Casemiro. And for me, will be a free of Casemiro, Kobbie Mainoo, and Alexis McAllister, in my opinion. None of Man United, Kobbie and Casemiro. Szoboszlai has been up and down. Endo's been quite good, but I think Casemiro and Kobbie have to be in there. And then Liverpool's best midfielder this season, Alexis McAllister, is a definite starter. And then the front three for me, you have to put Mo Salah on the right. I'd say Ahmad hasn't been playing. Anthony's not done nothing. Garnacho's not good enough on either wing. So yeah, definitely Mo Salah. Obviously, he's a goal threat as well. On the left, for me, will be Luis Diaz. Yeah, Luis Diaz definitely. Rashford, say, doesn't get a look in. He's been poor, and even though Garnacho has got a couple of goals in his last game, obviously his performance hasn't been good enough. So for me, Diaz goes in there, and then the striking position. I mean, I don't think he's a great player. If I'm honest, he's a handful, and it'd have to be Darwin Núñez for me, because Højlund's been poor. Obviously, Martial's not played. Jota's been out injured, and Jota's a threat. So it'll have to be Darwin Núñez for me. And I think Darwin Núñez will possibly score in this game as well. I think he's going to put pressure onto that back line, especially if Varane doesn't play, and probably cause problems. So yeah, so for Man United, for me, Onana, Dalot, Kobbie, and Casemiro. So 4 players from that team. And then you've got Conor Bradley, Van Dijk, Konate, Alexis McAllister, Salah, Diaz, and Núñez from Liverpool, which makes it a more dominant team from Liverpool. So yeah. So I mean, we have to just wait and see, but I believe that this could be a pivotal moment for Ten Hag, depending on the result. But as I say, I do think Ineos have probably made the decision anyway. So we have to just wait and see. But what I will say is that if United lose this game, they're in trouble, because Chelsea plays Sheffield United. And if Chelsea win that game, which I expect them to, it's 2 points. 2 points in it. From where Chelsea are to Man United. And then West Ham are playing today. They can close the gap. They're playing Wolves. Wolves could close the gap as well on either team who wins. Newcastle are playing Fulham, I believe. They could close the gap. So yeah, United are in trouble if they lose this game, because the chasing pack are not far behind. So, but yeah, we wait and see. But yeah, as I said, guys, don't forget to smash the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel at Gav Goes In. And I will catch you guys on Monday for the match reaction to the Man United Liverpool game. Hopefully it's a positive result for United. But I'm not holding my breath, if I'm honest. See you guys later.